2020 జేఈఈ మెయిన్ ఫలితాలలో ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ విద్యార్థుల ప్రభంజనం. ఆల్ ఇండియా అన్ని కేటగిరీస్లు 18, 35, 251, 253, 582, 606, 778, 780, 812, 821, 1031, 1049, 1303, 1575, 1654, 1753, 1754, 1978 ర్యాంకులే కాక మరెన్నో ఉత్తమ ఫలితాలు సాధించిన విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్. ఈ ఫలితాలు సాధించడానికి కారణమైన లెక్చరర్లు మరియు తల్లిదండ్రులకు మా కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్.
So Doppler effect means the apparent change in the frequency due to the relative motion between the source and observer. So that is called Doppler effect. Relative motion between the source and observer. What is source and what is observer here? What is the source and what is the observer? Source means the object which produces sound, that is called source. Observer means the person or the receiver, whatever it is, which receives this sound produced by the source. So that is called observer. So here in this situation, I am the source and you are the observer. So the object or any substance which produces sound, that is called source. Observer in the sense any person or any object or any substance which receives the sound produced by the source, that is called observer. If there exists the relative motion between the source and observer, there must be the apparent change in frequency, that is called Doppler effect. If the source and observer both are at rest, there is no change in frequency. Here I am standing here and you people are sitting here. Both of us are at rest. So there is no change in the frequency. What I am producing the frequency, the same frequency reached to you people. For example, I am moving away from you people. What happens? I am moving away. What happens? Frequency gradually decreases. If you people are moving away, frequency decreases. If I am moving towards you, if you are moving towards me, so that is the relative motion. Due to the relative motion, the frequency must be changes. That phenomena is called Doppler effect. Doppler effect can be valid if the velocity of the source and observer are less than, not comparable to velocity of sound. Generally, what is the velocity of the sound? Generally 330 or 340 meters per second at normal temperatures. 332, it varies from 330 to 340. So if the velocity of the source and velocity of the observer does not more than velocity of the sound, in that situations this Doppler effect is valid. If the source and observer are comparable to, the velocities are comparable to velocity of the sound, this Doppler effect is non-comparable, not acceptable. So that is called Doppler effect. Main thing is, for in one more situation, if I am standing here, one person is rotating about me, around me, అంటే నా చుట్టూ ఒకటి తిరుగుతున్నాడు అనుకోండి, నేను సౌండ్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తున్నా. So he is rotating around me from the constant distance in a circular path. Elliptical path anukondi. Elliptical path means, what is the shape of the elliptical path? Just like an egg shape. One side is more and one side is less. So here this is like this. This is the path. And from this is the source, let us say. At this position the person is far away. At this position the person is very nearer. There is just a change in frequencies. Here the person observes less frequency and here the person observes more frequency. Doppler effect exists. But here the person standing here and one person is rotating around this person in a circular path. At each and every position, the distance between these two must be constant, does not changes. So in this situation, Doppler effect does not applicable, because the distance between these two persons does not changes. Distance between these two does not changes. That is our thing here, right? For example, if the person is standing away outside, and here one person is rotating in the circular path, and the person sound, so the person who's producing sound is standing outside here, బయట నుంచి ఉన్నాడు వీడు. ఇప్పుడు డాప్లర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుందా అవుదా? డెఫినెట్లీ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. సో ఎట్ దిస్ పొజిషన్ హీ ఈజ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద పర్సన్, ఎట్ దిస్ పొజిషన్ హీ ఈజ్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ ద పర్సన్, లైక్ దట్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ కండిషన్ ఈస్, if these two persons here and here, so this is, what is the angle here? Here it is the line joining the source and observer makes an angle exactly 90 degrees. In that situation also Doppler effect is not applicable. So here, if the person is at this position and if the person is at this position, in these two situations also Doppler effect is not applicable, because here the person is traveling in this direction. The line joining these two makes an angle 90 here. Here also it makes an angle 90 degrees. The angle between these two is 90. Right? So like this. So these are the some conditions according to this Doppler effect. Now we can derive the expression for apparent frequency. So what is the definition here? The apparent change in frequency due to the relative motion between source and observer. Source and observer. First condition, I am deriving source is in motion and observer is at rest. Source is in motion and observer is at rest. So first condition, for example, see here, this is observer and this is the source. Let us say that initially the distance between these two is nothing but L. Initially the distance between the observer and the source is L, let us say. So here, if the sound, the source produces, here one more very important situation is, V is the velocity of sound and Vs is velocity of source, both are not equal. V is the velocity of the sound and Vs is the velocity of the source, both never be equal. And V naught is the velocity of the observer. V naught is the velocity of the observer. So these are the initial condition. What is V here? Velocity of the sound. So that means here if the source produces sound, that sound travels with velocity V and Vs. So this is the source. So that means I am the person here producing sound. If I am moving towards you or away from you, so that is velocity of source, velocity of the source. And observer, so the person who receives this sound, that is called observer. That observer maybe moves towards the sound or away from, moves towards the source or away from the source. That is the situation. So first situation here, if the person, that means source, if the source produces sound, what is the time taken to reach from source to observer? If the source produces frequency, certain frequency, or if produces the wave, sound wave, what is the time taken to reach from source to observer? Time formula. Time formula. Distance by speed. What is the distance here? Distance. What is the speed? What is the speed? Velocity of sound. Because the source produces sound that travels with velocity of sound. So Vs and V naught are these two Vs and V naught corresponding to persons who is producing sound, who is receiving that sound. These two corresponding to persons, but V is velocity of the sound. After if the source produces the sound, then it reaches to this position. That is the condition. So first, time taken by the wave or sound wave, whatever it is, to travel from source to observer. Travel from source to observer. Let us say T1 is equals to, let us say, L by V. So let us say T naught and initially T naught is equals to L by V, right? Next, if the source travels outwards with velocity Vs, source travels outwards with velocity Vs. So that means I am moving away from you with certain speed. In the small interval of time, let us say Vs T naught. Small interval of time. What is the distance travelled? Where T naught is the time period of the source. Where T1 where T naught is the time period of the source. Time period in the sense. So frequency, time period is nothing but reciprocal of frequency. So that means the source produces certain sound having certain fixed frequency. The reciprocal of that frequency is nothing but time period. That is important here. What is T naught here? Time period of the source. How the time period can be calculated? We know source produces certain amount of sound. That sound having fixed frequency. So for example 50 Hz or 100 Hz or 150 or 200 depending on the range. So that is having certain fixed frequency. For example, college bell, that is having certain frequency. Whenever we press the switch, the same amount of sound we can observe. Right? That frequency does not changes. When that frequency changes, if we are moving away from the bell or we are moving towards the bell, then only we can observe the different frequencies. But the original frequency of the bell does not changes. If anything is, everything is like this only. What I am producing the sound, my frequency does not changes. But the frequency received by the receiver must be changes. When it changes, whether the source moving away or towards, whether the observer moving towards or away, based on that situation the frequency changes. But actual original frequency of the source does not changes. That is fixed. So the reciprocal of that frequency is called time period. Got it? So T naught is the time period of the source. So in time T naught, the source moves away from observer. In time T naught, the source moving away from observer. So now what is the total distance? Total distance is equals to L plus Vs T naught. Total distance between the observer and the source. If the source starting moving away from the observer, what is the in time T naught? What is the distance travelled? Distance equals to velocity into time. That is Vs T naught. Now what is the total distance here? L plus Vs T naught. Now time taken to, now for example, while starting, if the source starts moving away from the observer, while starting, if the source produces sound, what is the time taken to reach the observer? T2 can be written as T naught plus L plus Vs T naught by distance by speed, that is V. Why we are writing T naught? Actual time is nothing but distance by speed. Total distance is L plus V naught. L plus Vs T naught by V. That only we have to write. But extra I am writing T naught. Why we are writing T naught? In the time interval of T naught seconds, it moves away from the observer. So that means at this position, it produces sound, and again the source starts moving. అంటే ఎప్పుడైతే సౌండ్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడం స్టార్ట్ అయిందో అప్పుడే దూరంగా వెళ్ళడం కూడా స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో ఇన్ ద టైమ్ ఇంటర్వెల్ ఆఫ్ T naught seconds it reaches to this position. So now we have to calculate this time plus total distance by velocity. So that is the meaning. T2 is equals to T naught plus L plus Vs T naught by V. Next, similarly, T3 can be written as 2 T naught plus L plus 2 Vs T naught by V. And one more time period, after one more time period, again it is Vs T naught. Total Vs T naught plus Vs T naught plus L plus 2 Vs T naught by V. And here it is 2 T naught, 2 time periods like that. And so on. Tn plus 1 can be written as Nt naught plus L plus n Vs T naught by V. T1 is L by V only. T2 is T naught plus L plus Vs T naught. So Tn plus 1 is Nt naught L plus n Vs T naught by V. Now just I am doing Tn plus 1 minus T1. Tn plus 1 minus T1. So that is Nt naught plus L plus n Vs T naught by V minus, sorry, it is L, small L by V. So Tn plus 1 minus T1. So that becomes, this is n plus 1 time periods and this is 1 time period. N plus 1 minus 1 how much? Nt. So this is, we can write Nt. Here Nt naught plus L by V plus n Vs T naught by V minus L by V. L by V gets cancelled. Here Nt naught common, 1 plus Vs by V. Nt naught common, 1 plus Vs by V. This can be, this fraction must be splitting. L by V, n Vs T naught by V minus L by V. L by V gets cancelled. So remaining it is. Here also Nn also gets cancelled. T is equals to T naught into V plus Vs by V. T is equals to T naught into V plus Vs by V. So but frequency, time period can be written as reciprocal of frequency. So 1 by f naught into V plus Vs by V. So from this f can be written as f naught into V by V plus Vs. So this is the apparent frequency. Here f can be written as apparent frequency. F naught is the original frequency. What is f naught here? Original frequency produced by the source. And what is f? The frequency received by the observer. That formula is f is equals to f naught into V by V plus Vs. What is the condition here? The source is moving away from the observer. In the same way, if the source is moving towards the observer, V minus Vs, frequency increases. Here denominator is V plus Vs. Denominator is V plus Vs. If the source is moving towards the observer, what we got here? V minus Vs. That means the frequency increases. Denominator decreasing. So total value increases. Here the denominator is V plus Vs. Denominator more. Total value is less. Like that. If source is moving towards observer, source is moving towards observer, then we can write f is equals to f naught into V by V minus Vs. That is the condition. Next. So this is the source is in motion and observer is at rest. Next we can write source is at rest and observer is in motion. So next, source is at rest and observer is in motion. So let us say it is the observer and it is the source. Observer, source. Let us say initial distance is L. Initial distance is L. Here one more major important point is source producing sound, and sound is, that means the velocity of the sound is from source to observer. From source to observer. Right? If the observer is moving towards the source, if the observer is moving towards the source, let us say this V naught is the velocity of the observer. Observer is moving towards the source, and here the source producing sound, and the sound is moving opposite to the direction of observer. Then what is the relative velocity here? We must consider relative velocity, because the velocity of the sound, this is the direction of velocity V, not Vs. This is V. What is V? Velocity of sound, not Vs. Vs is the velocity of the source. Source is at rest. Here I am considering source is at rest, and this is the velocity. What is that velocity? Velocity of sound. But observer is moving in this direction. Both are traveling in opposite direction. What is that relative velocity? V plus V naught. So relative velocity between, here relative velocity between observer and velocity of sound. Observer and velocity of sound is equals to how much? What we can write? V plus V naught. V plus V naught. So now initially both are separated by the distance L. What if the source, both are at rest here? If the source produces sound, what is the time taken to reach the observer? First case, T1 is equals to how much? L by V plus V naught. We must consider relative velocity. Maybe the observer is at rest or may not be at the rest. But here both must be in, we have to consider. What is the condition here? I am assuming source is at rest and observer is in motion. Source is at rest and observer is in motion. So we must consider relative velocity. What is that velocity? V plus V naught. Here T1 is equals to L by V plus V naught. What is T1? Time taken by the sound to reach from source to observer. Time taken by the sound to reach from source to observer. So now here observer is moving towards the source. In the time period T naught, so in time T naught, the distance between source and observer, right? Initially the total distance is L. In the small interval of time T naught, the distance reduces by V naught T naught. So remaining distance is L minus V naught T naught. Got it? So now time taken in this situation, the time taken T2 can be written as, if the observer reaches to this position, what is the time taken? T2 can be written as T naught plus L minus V naught T naught by V plus V naught. Don't write V. Here we must write V plus V naught. We must consider relative velocity. T2 is equals to, what is this T naught again? The T naught is the time period of the source, not observer. Here observer does not produces the sound, only source produces the sound. Next, similarly T3 can be written as, what we can write? 2 T naught plus L minus 2 V naught T naught by V plus V naught. In the next time period, let us say in this time interval of again V naught T naught it is. So total distance is L minus 2 V naught T naught. So like that, and so on. We can write it as T n plus 1 is equals to N T naught plus L minus, what we can write? N V naught T naught by V plus V naught. T n plus 1 is equals to n t naught plus L minus n V naught t naught by V plus V naught. So here I am doing Tn plus 1 minus Tn, Tn plus 1 minus Tn. What we can write? Tn plus 1, n t naught plus L minus n V naught t naught by V plus V naught minus T1 L by V plus V naught. Tn plus 1 minus T1. How much? T1, not Tn here. Nt. Nt naught, split this fraction. L by V plus V naught minus n V naught T naught by V plus V naught minus L by V plus V naught. This cancelled. So Nt is equals to Nt naught common 1 minus V naught by V plus V naught. N gets cancelled. Then T is equals to T naught into LCM. V plus V naught is the LCM. This is V plus V naught minus V naught. V naught gets cancelled. T is equals to T naught into V by V plus V naught. This is the time period. Frequency, time period is reciprocal of frequency. 1 by F naught into V by V plus V naught. So from this cross multiplication, F can be written as F naught into V plus V naught by V. So what is F here? Apparent frequency received by the observer. What is F naught? Original frequency produced by the source. V plus V naught by V. Why we are writing plus V naught? Here the observer is moving towards the source. Observer is moving towards the source. So observer is moving towards the source means frequency increases. So numerator is positive. If the observer is moving away from the source, observer is moving away from the source, V minus V naught. If observer moving away from source, what we can write? F is equals to F naught into V minus V naught by V. F equals to F naught into V minus V naught by V. So this is the situation when the source is at rest and observer is in motion. What happens? Source is in motion as well as observer is also in motion. So this is observer and this is source. Observer, source. Let us say source moving away from the observer and observer is moving towards the source. So or for example, source is moving towards the observer or observer is moving away from the source. Two conditions exist. Anyone is possible. Both are in the same direction or both are in the opposite direction or both are moving towards each other, both are moving away from each other, or observer follows the source or source follows the observer, like that. Different situations. So generalized condition can be written as here, F is equals to F naught into V plus or minus V naught divided by V plus or minus Vs. V plus or minus V naught by V plus or minus Vs. Generalized condition. So anyone is in motion, whatever it may be the direction, general formula is equals to V plus V naught by plus or minus. When it is plus, observer moving towards the source. When it is negative, away from the source. So those are sign conventions. So let us discuss about sign conventions here. Sign conventions. First, listen, this is very important while doing the problems. Our judgment is very important here. So we have to judge whether the source is in motion or observer is in motion. If the source is in motion, in what direction it is moving? towards the observer or away from the observer, or if the observer is in motion, what we can write? Whether observer is moving towards the source or away from the source. So we have to very careful about this. First condition is, if observer moving towards the source, V naught is positive. Observer is moving towards the source, V naught is considered as positive. Second condition, if observer moving away from source, so V naught is negative. So this is the first to do about observer. Observer is moving towards the source, V naught is positive. Observer is moving away from the source, V naught is negative. Because observer is moving towards the source, definitely frequency increases. So numerator is positive. If the observer is moving away from the source, frequency decreases, that is negative, right? So these are the sign conventions, we must follow this. Next condition, if source moving away from observer, Vs is positive. Source is moving away from observer, Vs is positive. Next, if source is moving towards observer, Vs is negative. Source is moving towards observer, then Vs is negative. So simple way to remember this is, so let us say this is observer and this is source, fixed their positions. So right side is considered as positive x-axis. If both are moving along the positive x-axis, both are positives. If both are moving in the negative x-axis, both are negatives. So just compare this. What I am doing, this direction is positive x-axis and this direction is negative x-axis. So now see here the source is moving away from the observer towards positive x-axis, Vs is positive. The source is moving in this direction, that is positive x-axis. Source is moving towards the observer, that means in this direction. What is the direction it is? Negative x-axis. And it is observer is moving towards the source, positive, because it is positive x-axis and it is negative x-axis, like that. In that way also you can remember. Simple way. Anyone is easy, no problem. Okay, here let us discuss about the conditions here. First one is, so general formula F is equals to F naught into V plus or minus V naught by V plus or minus Vs. So first condition is source and observer. So condition is source moving away from observer, and observer follows the source. Now what is the situation? What is this formula becomes? Read this given condition carefully. Source moving away from the observer and the observer follows the source. So F is equals to F naught into observer is follows the source. That means observer is moving towards the source. That means plus Next, source is moving away from the observer, positive. V plus V naught by V minus V naught. Sorry, V plus V naught by V plus Vs. Like this. Next condition, source and observer are moving away from each other. Source and observer are moving away from each other. Now, F is equals to F naught into, both are moving away from each other. So, let us say this is the source and this is the observer. This is Vs and this is V naught. Both are moving away from each other. Then V minus V naught by V plus Vs. V minus V naught by V plus Vs. Like that. Next, if both are moving towards each other, so that means observer is moving in this direction and source is moving in this direction. Then F can be written as F naught into V plus V naught by V minus Vs. Because observer is moving towards the source and source is moving towards the observer. Both are moving towards each other. So V plus V naught by V minus Vs, like that. So like this, depending on the given equation. So main formula is only one formula only. No need to derive anything in this. No need to derive anything. Only one formula. F naught, if F is equals to F naught into V plus R minus V naught by V plus R minus Vs. When the V naught is positive, when the V naught is negative. When the Vs is positive, when the Vs is negative. If you know these sign conventions very well, so then nothing. This is a very, very easy topic it is. Right? This is about Doppler effect.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.